even you don't need low. When you have a low pressure, that means you have no pressure, you have no state, and in that state, this is the state you are boredom. That means you are not interested to your field and your goal. Okay, so that is a performance here, very low performance. If you have low pressure, low performance. Moderate pressure, moderate performance. High pressure, that means moderate performance, and very high pressure, burnout, that means no performance. So try. Hello everyone, welcome to English World. Today in this video, you wanna learn how much pressure, how much stress you need to perform more, to perform better, to become successful. So watch the video up to the very end. Don't miss the end and never forget to hit the like button. Now let's come to the topic here. So this is a graph, and this graph is gonna change your life completely. And in this graph, you will learn how to perform better, how much pressure, how much stress we need to perform better. So here, see first, this is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. Okay, x-axis is your performance and y-axis is your pressure and your stress. Got that? Try to understand better here. This x-axis is your performance, your result and your success, and here y-axis is your pressure and your stress. And through this video, I'm going to tell you how much pressure, how much stress you need to perform better. So you can easily see here, this is your performance. Okay, this is your performance and this is your pressure and your stress. Okay, pressure and your stress. Here, see here, this is your low pressure, moderate pressure, high pressure and very high pressure, and this is optimal performance. And the when you perform too much, when you perform at the best point, this is the best performance, because here see here you perform too much better like that here. So high, this is your high performance and low performance, and this is your stress and pressure that you call pressure. And try to understand everything through low pressure to very high pressure. How much pressure, how much stress you need to grow more and to perform better. So understand through this image. And this is the best performance. You can do best performance in every field, in which field you are. So here see, low pressure, this is your low pressure and the state boredom. You know what is boredom? Boredom is a state in which you are not interested to any field. That means you are not interested to your field, the work you are doing. So that's why here you are not interested to your work, you are not interested to that job. So this is a low stress, low pressure, low stress, and this is the state boredom in which you are not interested to your field and to your whatever you want to do. So you are not interested. So that's why here see your performance is very low. Your performance is very low because you are not interested to your field, and this is the boredom, because you are not interested, and that's why you are not performing well. And why this is happening? This is also happening due to low pressure, low stress. You have no pressure. Okay, you have no pressure and you are not stressed, so that's why you are boredom and low performance, very low performance. And then comes your moderate pressure. Okay, moderate pressure, that means this is your comfort zone. when you work under someone, like when you are in a comfort zone, but in that comfort zone and moderate pressure, you need, you have moderate pressure, and then you are in a comfort zone, you trying to do something. I'm not telling you you are not interested. In moderate pressure you are interested and you are improving, like yes, you are improving. Okay, you are improving better than this low pressure, and this is the moderate pressure. Okay, and this is your comfort zone, but in comfort zone you are improving, you are performing better than this low pressure. In moderate pressure you are performing better than this low pressure. And then comes here, I will discuss it later, this is your optimal performance. In this optimal performance your everything works better, your motivation, your everything works better, and you perform too much. Okay, and then comes your high. You know why I'm showing you this graph? Because you will understand through this graph that high pressure and moderate pressure, very high pressure and low pressure. You know, we don't need very high pressure and low pressure, so we are not performing better in low pressure, yeah, very high pressure, yeah, moderate pressure, yeah, high pressure. We need pressure like the pressure between moderate and high. Okay, like medium pressure, we need medium pressure. That means if you have no pressure you will not perform, your performance is very low. So that is the optimal performance. So when you have high pressure, that is overload. Okay, that is overload, you have a work, you have a overload work, you have too much work, so you are not performing in high performance. So when you have more than pressure, like when you have more than high pressure, that is very high pressure, and that is a burnout. In that burnout state you want to perform, you can see here your performance is very low in that very high pressure, and that's a stage like burnout. Okay, burnout is a state when you are not performing, you are stressed, your nothing works, not motivation, not your body, and you are feeling pain and something else in your body, so nothing works. So that is a state. And here know that very high, too much pressure is also not mandatory to perform better. Okay, you don't need too much and very high pressure to perform better, and you don't need like low pressure to perform better. So understand everything through this graph. You need what? The pressure between moderate and high. Okay, the pressure between moderate and high. So I told you everything how you can perform better, and you don't need too much pressure, too much stress, that is a burnout state. Okay, like very high pressure, so you are not performing at very high pressure. You don't need very high pressure to perform better, and you don't need very low pressure, that is a worse state. It shows that this graph shows that you need pressure, you need stress to perform better, and that is a stress here, that is a pressure, the pressure that you need to perform best in your work, that is between moderate and high. So that's I'm trying to tell you, that is optimal performance. You can perform better, the pressure you need is between moderate and high, and you don't need very high and low. Even you don't need low. When you have a low pressure, that means you have no pressure, you have no state, and in that state, this is the state you are boredom. That means you are not interested to your field and your goal. Okay, so that is a performance here, very low performance. If you have low pressure, low performance. Moderate pressure, moderate performance. High pressure, that means moderate performance. And very high pressure, burnout, that means no performance. So try to understand all these things. This your x-axis is your performance and y-axis is your pressure and stress, stress. And I have mentioned everything here, in which state you are. If you have, just suppose if you have no pressure, here see low pressure, that means no pressure, no stress, okay, related to your goal for your anything. Okay, you have no pressure, that means no progress. Low progress, low pressure, low stress, low progress. Moderate pressure, moderate progress, moderate performance, and that is a comfort zone. And here this is the best performance, optimal performance, in which your everything works better, your body, your mind, everything works better, because you have pressure between moderate and high. Okay, and we don't need very high pressure. In very high pressure, if your boss is, that means if you have high pressure, that means your boss ordered too much work, you have too much work, so that is a very high pressure. And in that very high pressure you are not performing, you have low performance. Here high performance, yeah, you have moderate performance. So that's why, my dear friends, and I told you everything. What you need is pressure and stress, which is between moderate and high. Not high pressure, not moderate, not very high and not low. And you can see here burnout. Okay, you can't perform. That means you are performing nothing. Okay, you need pressure, you need stress. Why? Because here, how much? Okay, between moderate and high. Okay, and this is optimal performance, and here you're performing better, and this is the high performance, and you become successful. So try to understand everything through this graph, and this graph can change your life. Because if you are not under pressure, if you have no pressure, so here see your no pressure, low pressure, that means boredom. Okay, you are not interested to your field, and that means low performance. Moderate pressure, that means, yeah, you are performing but not too much, like optimal performance. And here high pressure, that means this is overload task. And in that overload task, yeah, you are performing but not too much, like optimal performance. And when you have very high pressure, so you are burnout. When you have very high pressure, yeah, stress, so you are burnout. And in that state you can't perform, your performance is zero in that state. So I told you everything. You don't need too much pressure and stress to perform best. Okay, and if you have no pressure and no stress, even in that state, you can't perform well. So you need pressure. That means you need pressure, you need stress to perform at the best. Like this is your success. This is your success. So share this video to everyone.